So I am stressed out and upset. I'm sick of next door, like, just don't need it. I did buy, and I've got it over here because I tidied up here a little bit the other day. I've still not finished because I want to sort those necklaces out, and there is a glass there. But this is the same one as I've got downstairs. Normally I stack 2 tea lights because I felt like it wasn't getting warm enough. So we'll see how I get on. But I didn't know what to bring up, but I knew I didn't want anything heavy, so I brought up my favourite, which is pomegranate noir, and the Dallas candle ones. I also brought this new one up, and I think it's something like frosted grape or something. I love that. And then I've already opened this, but it's Snow Fairy. I've got a clamshell of that, so it's like that, but it's not hearts. And I burnt a big chunk of that. I think it was at weekend, so I won't be burning that anytime soon, but I just didn't know what to bring up, and I just thought I didn't want anything too heavy. But I do think I'm going to go with this, because even though I don't really want to break that up, I think I will. So I'm going to light it for a little bit and be up here for a little bit, even though I don't feel like it looks dirty, but I honestly wiped it. Look, it's not dirt. I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna open this, and I wanted to like document it on camera just because it's super cute, and I don't really want to break it. They're not thick, can you see? The normal ones are like squares and it's thicker, but they say there's more wax in these, but I don't know if that's true or not. But I got it with my Charismatic Cat January subscription box. Oh god, it smells nice. It's called Pink Grape. So like I said, I didn't want anything heavy. So you just like break it like that. As you can see, I've just broke it. Didn't want anything too heavy up here, because if like you're doing it before you go to bed, you don't want to put a heavy perfume on. It might give you a headache. Oh, now I can't get it open. So then you just put one in. You don't need more than one. I don't know if I've ever shown how you clean it out. But next time it needs cleaning, I will. I just shove these in the drawer. I only brought up 4 tea lights, the 3-hour ones, but I'll probably end up with a collection up here or something. It's funny what you find in drawers that you don't want to look in. Need a lighter. I've only got a normal lighter up here. I need to get one, a long one, because it's easier to light these and candles, because I've been struggling to light my candles recently. And then that will melt, obviously. But it actually smells nice already. I did keep getting like, I've ever shown you my collection? I might do that because I need to like chill out. Once I've gotten this melted a little bit, because I'm not going to leave it unattended, but now I've started it. Well, actually I can blow it out. I do need to kind of distract myself because she has just really stressed me out and upset me. I knew this was going to happen at some point anyway, because you know, like I've been saying on here for quite a while, she has been giving me these looks and coming out with comments for a little while. Why is the lighting in here funny? So I knew it was coming, but you know, I was hoping to just speak to her nicely and just say, you know, is there a problem? You keep giving us dirty looks, like, because at the end of the day, we've never actually really spoken to them. I remember when we first moved in and he knocked on the door with a parcel for me, and I didn't realise he was next door, and I realised afterwards he was from next door. Like, she's never spoken to us, and my dad said like he's took parcels back and she's just, or to them that we've signed for, and she just doesn't speak. So I don't know what the problem is, but obviously they have a problem with us parking outside our own house, because like that woman wouldn't have known we had a where our driveway is, because it isn't obvious to anyone where our drive is. And I have tried to park on the drive, but it's a one-car driveway, and I don't feel safe. And even the police have told me to park outside my house because of my own safety. And I do have I still have a police panic alarm. I've got I'm sure I've shown it. I don't want to show it, like walk up to it and show you where it is, because it could be disabled if someone comes in the house. Like, they could turn it off. I wonder if it's got like I should actually find this out. If it's got like do you know, like a power mode, if it gets turned off, it has battery for so amount of time, because if someone comes in and turns it off and attacks you, do you know what I mean? Like, what will happen, like, if you set it off? Because I've got the handset in here with me now, and I'm not going to show you the handset, but, you know, when the police gave me advice about how to be more, not take care of myself, but be more aware of putting myself under less danger, they did say, you know, do you park outside your house? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, just park right outside your house. And I said, well, I feel safer doing that. I said, that's why I parked there. But I said, I've always parked there, even before, you know, you come along, the police. I said, I've always parked there and just walked down the path. Because I used to work evenings when I worked in the pub, and I'd finish between 1 and 3, and I'm coming home at that time on my own. Of course I'm going to want to park right outside my house. I'm not going to go, oh, I'll just park nowhere near my house, just to park on my driveway, then walk, you know, by myself. You know, even the police wouldn't recommend that. I'm pretty sure if the police knew you had a driveway such a place, and or you could park right outside your house, and you're coming up at 3 in the morning, I think they'd say to you, park right outside your house. So she's really stressed me out. I'm cold. I've had cold feet for ages, but I'm going to get changed into something else. I've worn this a few times now, and I've not washed it yet because I've not had it on long enough. I will wear it till I've got makeup there, or that I've got nothing to wear underneath, because I have to put a white layer on underneath, and I think I might have used my last white layer. I do have one strappy vest top, but it won't cover on what I've got underneath the vest top. Just really stressed out after what happened, like when there's two attacking you and then he comes out. He didn't actually really say anything. He got her to like stop going at me, because she was being really evil. She's like, don't swear. And she was the one who started swearing. I think it was actually a friend who swore first. And I'm thinking, A, you're swearing, so you have no right to tell me not to swear. B, you started it. And C, if I want to swear, I'll swear. I think I only swear twice, and I sweared once more when she told me not to swear. I'm like, I'll effing swear if I want to. She's like, there's a child here, there's children. There was only one, but she could have easily have took that child inside. If I had children, or if I had someone else's children with me, and like I started to have an argument, like she started to have an argument, I'd say to the child, go inside, because it must be scary for that child to see their mum and whoever that woman was having a go at someone. Like, you know, she was in the wrong, carrying it on with her son stood there, and, you know, it has really worked me up and stressed me out, and I've just took some painkillers. I am getting changed, that's why I put the camera down. But I weren't going to film anymore today, because I filmed a lot, and my bloody vlogs are way too long, and see, this is what happens. She's got the same first name as my doctor. When I get stressed out and stuff, I tend to film a lot. Sometimes I don't. I can go one way or the other. I'm hungry, but if I eat, I'm struggling to eat. I'm stressed out. She's like, I'm going to phone the police. And I'm like, phone them. And she's like, I'm going to say this. She said she was going to say something I hadn't actually said to her, which that's what really annoyed me. And I'm thinking, well, it's 3 against 1. And my dad said the police can't really do anything because it's a domestic between neighbours, and nothing really happened. It was just shouting from both sides. If they wouldn't have shouted at me, I wouldn't have shouted back. It's just constantly, like, making it difficult for me to park. And I've not said anything ever really. I just asked once and they said, oh, I'll go and speak to Helen. And that's how I found out she was called Helen, because I didn't have a clue what she was called. Oh God, it's cold. I'm cold but I'm hot. I'm one of life's biggest contradictions, aren't I? So I was down and now I've just gone down from down to stressed out and on edge. Did I show you the makeup palette yesterday? I can see it, that's why I've changed the subject, but I'm stressed out. I wanted to watch EastEnders. And actually come home, I had time to cook something, and I was going to chill out, and then I was going to edit tonight's video, and I was going to get tonight's video up, and now I'm like, don't know what to do with myself. Really want to sort my bedroom out. I'm sure I'm going to end up getting myself so worked up that I'm going to end up doing like loads of housework. And I keep getting alarm messages. Doing my head in. We need to change the sensitivity if you can. But I'll show you this palette. I'm going to have to change the camera view. Hold on. So I'm pretty sure I would have shown it without having to look back at clips. But basically today, I put that on mainly. I do have the names of them. It's called Bloom. And then I put some palette whistle on. And a little bit of... Did I put spin on or did I put something else on? I'm trying to look at which one looks used. Or did I put one of the bottom ones on? Oh, who knows? Oh, I put the one on next to it, which is called Control. So far it's okay. It's like got a lot of matte shades, and I think matte shades make me look older. We could put matte on and then put a bit of shimmer on, like... I keep getting alarm messages. That's going to drive me up the wall, because when I'm not filming, it sends a siren signal to my phone, and it kept doing it. Do you know, when I came in after it all kicked off next door, it kept setting it off before I started filming, because I came in and sat down upstairs and filmed a little bit. But this is the palette that I got. I can't remember if I showed you everything. I'm pretty sure I've got a memory of talking about it. I'm going to have a quick look and then I'll come back to you. I haven't shown it in a vlog. And do you want to know why I thought I'd filmed? It's because my video is on this and the other items that I got. So I'll link it on screen now. But this is like the palette. If you don't want to watch the whole video, I got 5 items from ASOS in a beauty box, and it was ASOS Revolution collaboration. And there's 5 Revolution products, and this was one of them. I've not bought Revolution products for about 3 years, 2.5 years. The last Revolution product I bought was the Blogger palette. So when the British beauty bloggers did a collaboration, I bought that palette, and I loved that palette. I think I've either still got it or got rid of it recently, because I was toying with it, like, should I keep it, shouldn't I keep it? And because I think I got rid of it because the shades that I were using from it were the shades that I already have, but better quality. So I don't think I kept it. And that was the last Revolution item I got. But I did used to wear some Revolution makeup when I went to uni and did law a couple of years ago. What, it was about 4 years ago, I think. I used to use Revolution blush because they were cheap, and also because they were really good. For £1, and because I was going uni every day and I didn't want to use my best makeup, because when I went to uni, because I was at uni full time, I couldn't work. I just couldn't, and because my anxiety and everything, I didn't used to leave the house at that point, and I was forcing myself to go to uni 5 days a week, and it was an accelerated degree, so it was 2 years instead of 3. But everyone else other than me that was on it had done a 2-year foundation, and I hadn't done the foundation degree, but based on potentially how intelligent I am, I got on it. So I used to use the Revolution blushers, which I think I recently got rid of when I had a bit of a clear out. And I would have shown that in a video. It was in a vlog when I had a clear out. And I used to use like the plain ones that were £1. I think there was one called Love, one called Pop, and one called Sugar. And they're the 3 that I had. And then I had a baked one, which I think I've kept, which was really good, but that was £2.50. and I used to use the Revolution palettes, and I used to hammer them, but they were like £2 or £2.50 or £3, and I liked them. But you know, since then I love my Urban Decay. I have taken strong painkillers, so if I start slurring my words, it's because I can feel them taking effect. But I wanted to get the Revolution box because it was £12, and I think this is more than £12 on its own. So, and I want to try, like, these here, kind of not what I go for. I mean, the shades are, like, I would use Candle and, why is that called, Charisse? And Hold Me and Drop. But I'd have, like, the shimmer version. But I wouldn't ever pick up Blush, Bittersweet, Glowing Down Boy, On Top Baby, Hair Down Drop. I wouldn't use Not Today. Dense I'd potentially use. I wouldn't use Rock Me. I don't really like that. I wouldn't use Crimson. So I want to push myself out my box this year. Out my box. I wish I lived in a box. It'd be better than living here. I don't mean on the street. I just mean I just can't cope with living here anymore. So yeah, like, I want to do a look and use like Baby and Hair Down with a bit of Down Boy, or Bittersweet, Glowing and Not Today. Like, mix it up. Can you imagine if I went in the doctors and I had like pink, like that on by itself? She'd be like, what the hell? But yeah, I want to, like, because I like all the top shades. I like Bloom and Hotter, Muted, Cardinal, Palette Whistle, Control, Spin. I like Pastel, Dense, Work It. Oh, Blush is a shimmery one. Anyway, I did want to try it today, but the time I was getting ready and stuff, it was too full. And God, that and that. Oh, anyway, that's the outer packaging. And it's me in it. I'm in lots because I'm stressed, but this is where I keep the bulk of my makeup. I have started putting stuff in here. I do have the matching phone case, but it's really thick and it's hard to hold, but I might put it on. This is the makeup bag if I was going out and I was potentially going to cry. Like when I go and get threading done, this is what I've made this up for that, but it's also got my daily stuff in. I do have a Makeup Revolution. I got this 2.5 years ago, in 2017, just before I went to Devon, but I don't love it. Like, I'll show you. I nearly missed the bed. As you can see, I've not really used it. Like, I've hammered that. That must be the shade that I go for when I use it. But I wanted to try and use these. I think this is why I've kept it, because I want to, but it's not the best. It's not long lasting. I wasn't super impressed with this, I'll be honest. When I've used, like, the matte ones tend to last longer than shimmers, but when I've put them on, like, I couldn't wear it all day. Like, if I went to work, say I went to work for 8 hours, and say I did my makeup like an hour and a half before I started work, and I came home and I got home an hour afterwards, like, it wouldn't last. Like, it wouldn't last me a full day. I've put it on at like 10 in the morning, and about 3-4 in the afternoon it's not looking great. So this was the last Revolution product I got, but you can see the sort of shades that I do like, and I wanted to, like, do something with them, or do you know that, or that, but I've just not been able to, because the quality, and also I really want to try them. Like, it's not that I don't want to try, but I think that's why I've kept that one. I'm pretty sure I got rid of the British Beauty Blogger one because I didn't want to keep both. I'll show you what's in this in a minute, but, like, this is all, and this has all been condensed recently. I sat on the floor tight with it. I use these all the time. I've got countless packs, so I need to use them more. I've only just started getting back into using them. This is a favourite palette of mine. I got it a long time ago, like 2.5 years ago. I need to stop buying palettes or get rid of some. As you can see, I do have a favourite shade, but this is mainly mattes. But I do like an orangey, browny colour, and I'm scared of that gold one, but I've hammered that one. But this is really lovely, and it was only like about £18. I'd highly recommend it. They still do it. I would love another Zoeva palette, and it came in that, but that's just a nightmare to get off. But I keep going for the same stuff all the time, and it's winding me up. Most of these need throwing, and you know when you think, oh, I can use it one more time, this is one of my faves. And then I just keep them all, but I'm gonna, every time I do my makeup this week, use one, and if it's not usable or it's run out, bin it, get rid, out with the old. I have a favourite mascara that I used to death, it's not in it. Like I've got, these were like meant to be, like, that's a really thick eyeliner. I wanted to try and use blue eyeliner, go back to the 80s. This one's rubbish, but I keep it. So there's not really much in here, just mainly, this is my favourite mascara. This is the mirror that I use every day when I sit and do my makeup. My mum actually bought me this. You can see what I've been hammering. But I want to like do a smoky eye with the grey and the pink, and you can tell I've been mixing colours because of the state of that colour there. I used that last week one day, and love this. I do love my Urban Decays. You're going to see a lot of Urban Decay. As you can see, they've not been used. My favourite one's called Naked, and Half Baked's my second favourite because that's about to hit pan. And I love Smog and Dark Horse. This was like my first super high-end full size palette. I got this because I got it on offer. It was super cheap. I wouldn't be sad if I got rid of this or if it broke or whatever. But I've not really been wearing eyeshadow much lately, but I need to. I wore this last week. This was on offer. Again, you can see where I'm going with my eyeshadows. This is my bae. As you can see, they don't make this anymore, so I'll use it for like a couple of weeks and then I won't allow myself to use it. But I've never really touched them. But as you can see, I do have favourites. Charlotte Tilbury. This is like, I mean, this could go. I threw out of loads of these because I don't use it. I like the colours, but I don't use it, and I've had it a while. I've got my Urban Decay. I should do a proper makeup collection video. Yeah, you can see medication, but it's just skincare. I'm not bothered. As you can see, I've got favourites. I've hammered them. Not touched the smoky. I've done a bit of silver at some point, but I just need to, because they're so pigmented, it's hard to get away with a day look. This one was my ultimate favourite, and I want to replace it because I like the light shades, and I used to use the light shades and then I'd go in with a dark shade from Urban Decay palettes. So if you're on a budget and you want a really good versatile eye palette, this is £10, and sometimes you can get it on offer. Sometimes some shops do 2 for £12 and they have other palettes, or you can get 2 Maybelline palette products for £12. I would totally recommend getting this twice, or this and another one. There was other ones in this range. I've either chucked them or they're somewhere else. But this is, if I said to someone who didn't have a lot of money or they were just starting out in makeup, this, I've had it for day looks, night looks. You can go as light as you want or as dark as you want. It lasts a long time. You know, I've only hit pan on some of them. I really want to use this now. I love it, and it also gives you ideas of what to use, but you don't have to stick to that. But if you don't know much about makeup, it'll help you. So if you've got a daughter or you want to try makeup, out of everything that I've got, even the high-end ones, I would highly recommend going with this. It's my fave. I've got a lot of sleep palettes. I'm not going to go through them all, but I always forget I have them. I think I got rid of one recently. These are wet wipes and tissues, and the unicorns. Oh, they're just tissues. Oh yeah, the wet wipes are in a different pack. Got loads of stuff that I don't use. So there's all that. It hurts squatting down for a long time. I don't want to tip it out, so there's a powder brush in here. Don't want to put it on my bedding. Eyelash curlers. So this is what I'll grab when I'll do my base in the bathroom, and then I'll come in here and I'll put this next to me, and I'll pick up the mirror that I showed you, the big gold one, and I'll use that mirror. And then if I'm using another palette, if it's got a big mirror in, I'll just use that mirror as well. Not at the same time, obviously. So then I use these, but they need, I think I do have some replacement ones anyway. You should replace the pads, but I'm going to go all out and just replace the full thing, because I'm pretty sure I've got one that's unopened. So I do curl my lashes, and you do notice a difference. This is my all-time favourite brow product, and this is either my last one or I've got an unopened one. I will pull a second one out in a minute, but there's only the smallest amount left in it. So I've got this foundation in there. I used to absolutely love this foundation. Now again, if you're looking for a new foundation, or you're just starting out in makeup, or you've got a daughter or whatever, this is the sort of thing I would recommend to you. When I went to college, when I went to uni, this was the foundation I was using. Because it was £6 at the time, or £7, or I was getting it on offer, but now it's only about £8. And it's light to medium coverage. It's got an SPF, and the shade is so me, like it's literally my skin colour. It is really match perfection, and this is what I'd recommend. I bought this not too long ago, and I've not really been using it because I have a lot of foundations, but I've run out of my favourite foundations this week. But I need to, I have replaced one of them, but I need to start using my other ones. Like today I've used a foundation that I've not used for a long time, and it did oxidise, but it doesn't really matter. So I would recommend this if you want something. Now, Rimmel foundations are amazing. My all-time favourite one, which I go back to time and time again, I prefer it in the summer because it's a glowy one, is Rimmel Wake Me Up. Is that what it's called? It's got an orange lid. Absolutely fantastic. So I will pick it up. I typically have it in 3 shades. So I'll have my shade, I'll have the next shade up, because I think it's 2 shades up. It's either 1 or 2 shades up. Because I have a trick that I will do my face in a darker shade, and then I'll do my normal shade down my neck and blend it out. And I absolutely love it. I bought it once because I tanned my face and I didn't have a darker foundation, and I was going for a night out. Then I didn't use it for months, and then I started working in the pub and I was tanning my face. I was tanning my body. I don't tan my face, I just darken it with foundation. There's my little secret. And I just fell in love with it, and there was a period last year when I didn't use it for ages, and then I started using it again. I'm like, yeah, this is why I'm in love with it. So I'd highly recommend the Wake Me Up foundation, but I love this. There's another one that I've got what I like as well, and it's the one with the red lid. I think it's the 25-hour one. That's really nice as well. So, you know, you see people with £30 foundations, and I do have a £5 foundation, and I've got one that was about 30 as well, and they're good, but I'm more impressed with some of my cheaper ones. At least you get honesty from me on here. All-time favourite mascara. I need to get another one of them soon. I picked that up really bargainous. It was a really odd price on Amazon. Do you know when they put really odd prices on? I think it was £6.47. This is just a blusher, so I don't have to bring a second brush. And this, if you like NARS Orgasm, which is my daily blush colour, This is a slightly darker one, so you see it's got the gold flecks in. You need a little bit and you use your fingers to work it into your cheeks. It's better to start off with less than more. I got this in a glossy box last year, and it's the shade 04 Nectar. I recommend that highly, and it's a cute little size. It'll last ages because I barely use it. This is a nice mascara. I used to like this a lot, but I'd prefer my filming too much today, so that is nice, and I think it's towards the end of its life. Here we go. This is my shade, Light Porcelain. Sorry about my nails. Is there any left in this? Because there's only a bit left in this. It wouldn't last very long. I think I do need to replace my shade, but at the moment I've got loads of foundation, so I'm not going to do it. This is another blush. I tend to take these out of the house because that's me putting it in at an angle and catching it on the inside. This is if you really want super pink cheeks. Sometimes I'll put one of these on and then I'll put powder one on over the top. But yeah, I don't know where I got that from. I probably got it in a beauty box, to be honest, because I don't think I've bought a Kiko product in a long time. I need to get that on. So that's another thing. So even though it is what I will use every day, do you know, like I will use the brow product, them, a lot of this is stuff in here for if I'm grabbing it when I'm going out. That's almost finished with that one. Then there's things like this in here, like La Cream. I think this is a primer or something. Eyeliner, so if I'm doing an eyeliner either away from the house or at the house, this is my favourite Super Cat liner by Soap and Glory. So much so, there's a second one in here. I think I've got a third one somewhere. God, I don't think there's much in here. I can put another one in, to be honest. Powder. I used to use this all the time. This was my go-to powder for about 2 years. But then I discovered rice powder and I've been using that, but it ran out, so I've been on a number 7 powder, which is a little bit too cakey, but it'll do. This was my all-time favourite product at one point, and I've just started to use it again on and on brands. I think it's, yeah, it is. I either have this on its own or I'll put it on and an eyeshadow on top. Love it. I think, there you go, there's contents. Oh god, the painkillers are really kicking in. I'm like getting lower and lower on the bed here. I need to go, I need to have something to eat and drink because the painkillers are like, whew. At least I've chilled out a bit. They really stressed me out and upset me next door. I don't need it. I'm sick of her having like the looks, and like even my dad said like just speak to her, and I've tried to speak to her a couple of times. Like I've gone to get out my car and I was gonna go up to her and like just calmly say to her the other week, like, you know, is there a problem? Because, you know, you just give me these looks and you're making remarks, like, what's the problem? And yeah, it just all kicked off. But I spoke to my dad and he basically thinks they're going to deliberately constantly park, like when I go out, even if like someone's parked on the driveway, they're going to get them to park outside my house. It's just pathetic. It's just, I can't even be bothered with it, do you know what I mean? I've got worse things going on in my life than that, do you know? Like, it's just insignificant. It's just, and then she's threatening to phone the police, so that's brilliant. 3 against 1, they could say absolutely anything. Because of my history with the police and they don't like me, I'm probably just going to get crap. Like, I get crap every day, like, I don't need it. Do you know what would make it worse? If the police actually come around tomorrow instead of today. So I could be in bed, because I don't sleep, I could be in bed at like lunchtime and they could be banging on the door and I could be just there like, oh my god. And it'll make it worse because I'm in bed, I've not brushed my hair and I feel like crap. My dad's going to be home soon. That might stop me from filming every 3 seconds. absolutely love this. I go through stages of having Carmex all the time. Well, I've always got it in the house, but I mean using it, and then I don't use it. But I've had these a while. I've got one with a black lid on, and it's sugar plum, scented or flavoured. So it's slightly better tasting than the original one. But I've got lots of the original one in the squirty tube and then the strawberry ones. And it's just really nice. I like to keep my lips hydrated. Because I put a matte lipstick on yesterday. It came in the Revolution stuff. I'm going to quickly show you it on the way down. It's darker in that room though. So you can see everything that I've got. And I put it on and my lips were really dry and it looked really bad. So every time I come in here, if I remember, I try to put my lip balm on. I like how it gives a glow as well, or a shimmer, or a bit of a shine. And I put it on before bed and stuff. So it's not as bright as in here as it normally is, because normally I have a light on. I don't mean the big light, you know what I mean, the filming light. So this is the box. It came with a sleeve. This. They're the products. So I did use this last night and today. This is a skin conditioning serum. It is the EGF serum. And I believe EGF is something that is naturally found in skin or something like that. Helps hydrate and condition skin. I'm not fully sure how you use it. I've just been putting it on after I've cleansed before I put moisturiser on. But I believe that's £10 on its own and the box was £12. So then there's this, which I wanted to use. Ultra Pro Glow highlighting palette. Yeah, I wanted to use it today, but I haven't took a picture of the whole products in the box. Do you know, I've took individual pictures, but I've not took a picture as a whole. So I wanted to leave that in there. Then this is the box for the palette. It's the Flawless 4 palette, in case you want to get it. Then there's a lip kit, and that's when I spotted my lips were dry. It's in the shade Rain. As I said, I will have linked the video above, but there's a liquid lipstick and a lip liner. I didn't try the lip liner because when I opened it, the nib had broken off, and it is a natural pencil. And then I got the Revolution liquid highlighter in the shade Liquid Luminous Gold. I've already got one of these, but I've never used it. Please ignore the mess. I mean, that's just my ASOS Revolution box. I think I showed it yesterday, and this is a microdermabrasion exfoliator that I got in December because it was on offer for like £7 instead of something like 13. I've not tried it, but I've put that in there because that's going to go up to my bedroom. But I got this. I bought it last week on pre-order. It got sent out Monday and it arrived Tuesday. Oh, that was quick actually. It did have some ribbon around it and I've just took that off, but I'll insert the picture that I took. So I was going to wait till Valentine's Day, and I don't know why, because it's probably the Valentine's collection and I know I'm going to want to melt them, but there's other melts that I've got that I've not melted, hence the ban on wax melt buying for the month. But then I've just seen one that I want to buy that's being launched on the 18th, and it's a box and it's got a room spray in it and a bath bomb by my favourite bath bomb person, but she's not, it's not her box, it's someone who sells wax melts. But I've got a feeling it's not going to be a cheap box based on the price of the individual items, so I might not be able to afford it anyway, but I'm going to try my hardest to resist it, to be honest, because I did promise myself no more melts, and this was bought last week and I've got another one that potentially may have arrived today that I bought. Like I said, I felt like I had to buy it because I said it was nice, so I just bought it even though I didn't particularly want it. But I bought this like a couple of days earlier, and I knew it was a pre-order and it'd get sent, well, they said that either Monday or Tuesday. But look how nice it's wrapped. But yeah, it's going to make me want to use them. It did have other packaging on. It didn't get delivered like this. It had like a postal bag on. How adorable is the little sticker? This wasn't even super expensive. It was something like $6.99, and it's quite weighty, and it was free postage as well. I hate the fact that I've actually got to open it. It's just pretty inside as well. Oh my god, it's little paper hearts. This is so nicely wrapped. How stunning are they? Loving Spell, Black Amber and Lavender. That's the one I'm least likely to like, let's be real. Well, and that one because I don't like rose. Clean Sheets, Rose and Oud. Black Raspberry and Vanilla. I hate raspberry. Strawberry and Champagne. But all this for $6.99, including postage. And I know, I don't know how much these are individually, but I am impressed. I've never tried anything by the Little Melt company before, so they could smell horrible or they might not last a long time. Like my favourite sellers, they last a good 15 to 21 hours in, like, for 1 or 2 cubes. Like I would put 2 in, and my favourite sellers, you know, they're so good, they last 15 to 21 hours. Obviously I prefer the ones that last 21 hours, but anything that doesn't last 15 hours I typically won't buy from that company again. Or if you can't smell it at all, or the smell's really weak, or it smells very fake or horrible. So these do look really stunning. I think this is the Victoria's Secret one, and the Victoria's Secret one's called, that name's put me off. It's making me think it's called that, and it's not called that. It's called Love Spell. And I love Love Spell because I'm actually was burning some Love Spell. Now I'm on to Festive Markets by Queen of Tarts, and it doesn't smell as fresh as it did when I opened it. So I need to start using them up quicker. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to start burning these, because as I said, I've got others that I've got open. like here, these are all my Moors and Merrin ones. They're all individually wrapped in these cute little brown packages with whatever, like the scent on the back. And I've only had 2 so far. The second one was my favourite. I think it was vanilla and pear, and it didn't smell anything like I expected it to. So I want to get through these, and these are lasting a good, I think I did a 21-hour burn on the pear and vanilla. So now I have these, and then I have the other one coming, which, to be honest, I'm not in a rush to. I think there's only one in it that I've never had before, or potentially 2, and one of them I desperately want to try. So that's these, but they are stunning, aren't they? That Clean Sheets one stands out to me the most, and this looks better off camera than it does on. But yeah, I'm impressed with for the price, but I thought I'll unbox on here so my life isn't just me talking about how down I feel or anything like that. Also, like, I don't want to put my camera on myself right now because I've just like, well, not just, but my hair's scraped back because it's wet because I've had a bath and then a shower, and I'm going to get on with my to-do list. That's why I'm up here, because I've come to get something. There's a couple of things on the list that I won't do today now, just because of how I'm feeling, and also that what happened last night has actually affected me. But in case I don't film my face today, I want to say this on camera. I know, like, I've talked a lot about my doctor and her upsetting me and stuff, and I do think she's out of order with how she's gone about it, and there's better ways to do it, like I said yesterday. But last night when I was filming and I said something to camera, like, I had a thought in my head at the same time, because I'd planned out the whole conversation in my head that I'm going to have with my doctor next time, because she needs to listen to me. She needs to understand how she makes me feel when she goes off on one, because, you know, I do take it personally what she says to me, because I do listen to her, because she has helped me. So when she's having a go at me and stuff, obviously I'm going to get upset and it's going to affect me, and it's affected me. It's still affecting me now. I still feel down about it, and I'm trying to, like, shake it off. But then last night I came home and all that happened. But whilst I was filming, I said something, and it just made me, I think I said something along the lines of, you know, this is nothing compared to what's going on in my life. You know, it's insignificant, and I don't know if I'm going to keep that in, and it's not, I don't think that's how I worded it. But then I was sat there, I was like, oh yeah, it is insignificant, and it made me rethink what I'm going to say to my doctor. Yes, she's going to be told how it affected me and how it upset me, but also some of the things I were going to say, I'm just like, do you know what? I can't be bothered anymore. You know, my life is hard and it is difficult, and I don't want to go in there and go blah 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 blah, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, there's things I'm going to say, and I'm going to put notes in my phone. So I'm going to say, oh, look, I've got notes in my phone because I'm nervous, but there's things I need to say and you need to listen to me. And it's probably going to take up 5 minutes of the time, but I'm always there half an hour anyway. And, you know, she needs to listen, she needs to understand what she does to me when she does have a go like that, and there are better ways to do it. But as I said, like, she is feisty. And I've seen her, like, snap at her staff anyway, so, you know, it's not just me, but there's just no need for it. And like I said, when I said about how one day she rang and had a go, and then 2 days later she rang to check on me, like, I'd not even contacted the doctor, so it was a little bit weird for me, like, when she's on the phone, and then I brought it up, she's like, oh, we've forgotten about that. And it's just like, you really had a go at me, and then you're ringing me up and you're like, 2 days later, super nice, and you've forgotten about it, yet it's affected me for days. And maybe she does, like, have a go and then it's forgotten about as far as she's concerned, and she don't think about it again. But I do. So, but I did have all this, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this. I weren't going to have a go at her, but I was just going to tell her what it did to me, and I was going to say to her, look, if you don't want me as your patient, just tell me. If you're having a go at me to try and get me to walk, I'll walk. Just tell me. I'm not going to stay here and be your patient if you don't want me to be your patient. And, you know, the choice is hers at the end of the day. but she does help me, so obviously I'll be upset if she doesn't want me to be her patient anymore. But obviously if there's a problem or there's tension between us, then maybe she shouldn't be my doctor, which I'll find hard. But you know, I can't have someone in my life who's having a go like that, who I look up to and respect, because it does affect me. And I'm not going to come on here and I'm not going to slag my doctor off. What I've said is what's happened, and you know, I'm not going to come on here and get personal about her and go into things about her, because you know, I'm not going to broadcast things about my doctor on the internet. I don't even name her. Like, I've never once come on here and said her name. I've only ever spoke highly of her because I do have a lot of nice things to say about her. I don't have a lot of negative things to say, but when she's in a mood or she's, you know, wants to say something, she says it. Like, but I can't imagine her kicking off at her older patients like that. But it just made me realise, like, when I was saying, oh, like, my life's too hard, I don't even need this dress, and I'm just like, I'm not even going to think about it. And I've tried not to think about what happened yesterday, but obviously I live next door to them. Do you know what I mean? And I think they're going to deliberately park outside my house from now on to stop me from parking, just to like, you know, whatever they want to do. But I just think it's childish, and I'm pretty sure she's older than me next door, because she looks like she's about 10 years older than me. And I don't think she's 10 years older than me. I think she just looks older than what she is. But I think she is older than me. I just get that impression. But, you know, I could be wrong. Who knows? No one knows how old I am anyway, so. But it just made me realise a few things whilst I was saying things on camera. But afterwards I sat there for a while and I thought about a lot of things. So everything I've planned to say, I'm not going to say, but I will have notes, because there are things that need to be said and things she needs to realise about me, because I don't let anyone in and I don't open up too much. But she knows bits about me, but I let her into something quite big about me, which isn't a big thing, because I talked about it on here that I didn't go out the house for years. But she didn't know that. I hadn't told her the severity of it, like, you know, 10 years ago or more, when I didn't go out the house at all. But she didn't really know, and then I told her. And I thought she might understand a bit more why I can't do some of the things she asked me to do or suggests that I do. Because it's not just as easy as just, like, not having all these issues, and, like, because I'm struggling to go out again. Like, stuff's gone on that's making me not want to go out again. And I think that's frustrating her, because one minute I'm like wanting to go out and stuff, and now, well, I never wanted to go out, but it was easier to go out, and now I'm like I've not left the house today, I doubt I'll leave the house tomorrow. I'm actually getting upset talking about this, because I am going backwards. Like, it never was easy for me to go out, but I managed to go out every day for months, and then it was down to 6 days and 5 days, and it was 5 days for a long time, and now it's down to like 1 or 2. It's mainly 2 a week, unless I have an appointment. Like next week, as you're watching this, I should have had 2 appointments, possibly 3 appointments or meetings on 3 different days. And I did the different day things on purpose, because if I went to 3 things on one day, not only would it take up a lot of my day, because one of them I have to travel to, and it's like half an hour each way, and the meeting will be about an hour, so that's 2 hours. Another meeting or appointment, what would be a meeting, it's not an appointment, would potentially take an hour, and that's kind of 10-15 minutes each way. And then the other one, like 30-40 minutes, and that's 10-15 minutes each way. And it's not just the travel time and like fitting everyone in, it's the how it would make me feel mentally. I'd be so drained. Like, I'd go to the first one, well, it depends what order they did them in, because I know well, I know what order they'd have to go in, so I'd go to the first one if that person was available, because it would have to be in the morning about 10 o'clock, and I'd be fine at that one, but then I'd feel a little bit drained. But because I've been out the house, it kind of gives me a boost at the same time. It's really weird. It'll give me a boost, but then I'll go to the next one, and even though I've had a bit of a boost, I'll feel mentally drained but a bit more confident at the same time. I know that sounds weird, but it's because I would have interacted with someone, and I would have gone to the second one, and the second one is like about an hour-ish, maybe a bit longer, and that appointment's probably going to drain me. And then I have to come back to the third one, which is later in the day, and that always drains me as well anyway. So then all week I would be struggling, and like I've got appointments 2 days in a row, and I don't know when the third one's going to be. It could be the third day. I know this by the second day I'm going to be struggling, because I would have left the house once and I would have interacted with someone and blah blah blah. Anyway, my alarm, I've got an alarm notification that someone's outside my house, so I'm going to go, I'm going to get something to drink, and I'm going to try and get through my to-do list. I'm sorry this view's been this, but I don't want to be on camera and I need to paint my nails. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I don't talk like that. You're not happy with that voice, were you? She's like, I do not talk like that. Don't make me look like that. What? There we go. Cleo's YouTube channel, isn't it? Enjoy your little YouTube channel. Yeah. Everyone really wanted to see down your throat then, didn't they? Yeah. You're gonna be in my video. Yes, you are. So cute. So cute. Yeah. Love ya. Love you, Stinky. So, I thought I'd talk you through these that I've just bought before I put them away. So we'll start with these because I've got 2 lipsticks in the same shade. Which is shade 630. So I already have one of these in this shade, and I love it. Now it is L'Oreal and it's the Cannes edition from last July, and I got my original one at that point because Victoria from In The Throw was promoting it because she's a L'Oreal ambassador. So I'm not, if I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest L'Oreal lipstick fan, because even though they're like £8–10 depending on which one you get, they smell cheap. Do you know that cheap smell? Whereas I can put a Rimmel one on that's like £4 or £5 and it doesn't smell cheap. And it's a little off-putting, but I absolutely adore the shade, and it was limited edition. And there was another shade, there was a red one and there was the nude. So obviously I'm going to get the nude. So I've basically picked up 2 more because it's limited edition and it's like a perfect shade for me. So I've got one that I always have in my coat pocket if I've got the coat on, or in my bag if I've got my bag. So I thought it'd just be handy to have other ones. One I'm going to keep closed, and one I'll potentially put in my makeup bag that I showed you, where I've got things in it that if I need it, just in case I don't have that lip with me. Then I picked up a Rimmel lipstick. I have one of these somewhere and I absolutely adore the shade, but I can't find it. There's a few lipsticks that I'm missing. So I picked up this one. It's not going to focus. There you go, Naughty Nude. And I actually tried this last night. I had it on like at midnight. But it looked amazing on. I'm actually going to put it on today because I'll tell you in a minute. And then this was my all-time favourite blusher last year up until around September when it ran out, and the year before. So I've been through about 3 or 4 of them, and I've still got my last one, but it's like hit pan and there's hardly any left. So I've been using NARS Orgasm. I used it on and off last year, and then I've been using it permanently since the summer, and every now and then I was using this up until around September, but as I said, it's basically finished. So I've got another one. It's in lovely pink, and it's kind of a baked blush with a bit of a shimmer. So I'm going to potentially put that on now as well, because I keep wearing Orgasm. And then this, if you remember, I picked one of these up from B&M because I just started to use a Max Factor foundation that I'd had for ages, and when I first got it I didn't like it. And then I thought one day, oh, I'll use this, I haven't used it for ages, and I loved it. And then I ended up picking this exact one up in B&M for £5.99 because they had this shade, which is the shade that I was using in the other one. And when I went back to try and get another one of these, it was the dark shades again. So my one of this ran out last week, or the week before, and the other Max Factor one that I had ran out. So I was like, oh my god, they're both running out. So I've been having to use other foundations. So I've got another one, so I've got them. I mean, it's a bit of a mess in here, but this is the one that I got from B&M. And it does look like there's some in, but when I'm pumping it, nothing's coming out. You can see it's like right down anyway, so maybe the pump doesn't go right down, I don't know. But I've been stood there quite a few times and I can't get any out. And this is the one that I got ages ago and I never used. It's like £11 or something. And I just didn't like it. But it looks like, can you see in it? I don't know if you can see. There's a little bit at the bottom, but it's like the pump's not pumping it up. And yeah, it is a right state. That's because you're putting it back in and it's just catching. But I've been really impressed with them. And this is like the biggest tip in my house. So lately, I've been having to use other foundations. Like the other day, I used this. Last time you saw me on camera with makeup on, this is what I had on. And this is actually super cheap. It's like £5.99 and I was really impressed with it. But it did, oh god, what's it called when it goes darker? I can't remember what it's called. I think I told you at the time. But I also have it in another oh no, I don't have it in another shade. I used to have it in 2 shades. And I think this is the darker of the 2. But I would definitely replace this. It's £5.99. But it's like, I've had £20 foundations that this is better than. So I used that, and then I did use my lighter version of this the other day and then it ran out. And then I think I've used this once recently and that's running out. This, believe it or not, has got a really the NARS, the latest NARS foundation in, because I broke the bottle and I had to empty this, which probably had maybe a third in, and then, oh, probably a quarter in, and then I filled it up with that. It was really hard to do. This is a favourite as well, but this is running out in this shade, but I've got it in the darker shade, but I don't have a tan. But what sometimes I do, if I want a darker face, I'll put the dark one on my face and the light one down my neck, and there's not much left in there. And this was a favourite last summer, if you remember. What else have I got on here? Seeing as I'm showing you everything. So I do have my Healthy Mix. Oh god, it is a tip. I'm going to tidy this at some point. This is nearly run out. I've got a new one, but have I got the wrong shade? I don't know if I've got a new one of these. I've got a new one of my all-time favourite ones that I've not had for a while, and I got it in the wrong shade. What else? I have this, which doesn't stay matte. It actually makes my face super shiny and starts to come off. So I don't think it is oil free. Oh god. And then here I have the ordinary ones, which are rubbish. This is a serum one. You can see in the middle, that's the oil. It's split. It needs shaking up. Or water, whatever's in this one. But they're not very good. I might put one of these on today just to So I've got the Serum Foundation and the Coverage Foundation, and they'll both be in the same shade, hopefully. Is it gonna 1.2p, 1.1p? Oh god, very consistent, aren't I? I am getting this on my hands now. Then I have this one that needs throwing out because even though it's my shade, it went orange on my skin, and I've had it ages, so it actually does need to be binned. I'm going to do a decluttering Sunday or Tuesday video in here. If I had nail polish on, I'd film it now. And then other foundations is this Benefit one, which again, it looks good, but then it starts to go oily on my skin. So it's not an all dayer, and you know, that wasn't cheap. I have this in a darker shade, like my light shade's about to run out. And then my video this week's gonna be rubbish. This is darker, but it's gone darker. I can't remember what the word is. So I'm planning on doing a tidying video of this cupboard, and the lighting's actually perfect right now, but I just don't have time to do my nails. In here there is more foundation. As you can see, so this is in a darker shade. I used to use this a lot, and I've not even opened this one, and it's in the wrong shade. I can work with it if I have to. I've got another backup of this in the darker shade. I've got a backup of this one. What shade is it? Oh, this is the light shade. Needs a good shake, but when that one runs out, now I know I've got this. When this come out, it was either last year or the year before. You can see it needs shaking up. I literally wore it all the time, and it's not medium coverage, it's more of a light to medium coverage. So, but I like it. It's not the best and it's not the worst, but it's a lighter one if you want a more natural look. Then I've got another one of these. Again, it's in the darker shade. And I think that is it. See, I've got all my darker shades. You don't always see the reality with me, but this is the reality of going to sleep at 8 in the morning. Firstly, I've come upstairs. I came upstairs to find my earphones so I can do some stuff and try and drown out the world, because I'm down and I'm a little bit anxious and I'm a little bit on edge, but I'm not super on edge at the moment. But things could change at any moment. So I've had a coffee. I've had a fruit tea cake. There is one left, but because I didn't like close the packet properly or fold it under, it's kind of gone stale, so I'm going to break it up and give it to my dog, because she loves anything like that. She loves bread. Like if I give her a piece of dry bread, she'd be happy. But I'm not in a happy place today. I'm not super down, I just don't feel good. So about half an hour ago, because I've been faffing around, I decided I'll come up and get my earphones, and then I thought, you know what, I'll put a full face of makeup on. And yesterday I washed my hair, but I didn't do anything, it's just dried naturally. So I'm going to straighten my fringe and maybe straighten a couple of pieces at the front, but nothing else, because I'll be washing it again tomorrow and I will be using heat on it, and I don't want to like keep using loads of heat on my hair. So I am trying to grow it and stuff. I really want to turn that back into a ring. I used to have a ring through, but I can't even undo that. I want that to be a ring again, and I need to buy one. And I want that to be a bar, but I can't even get that out either. So I just thought I'd show you the before and after, because, you know, I'm not getting changed. I've got on exactly as I had on yesterday, a long sleeve t-shirt and my grey loungewear bottoms that I got from Tesco about 3 weeks ago. They're so soft and I like them. But yeah, you're going to get this before and after. I don't want to spend a super long time doing my makeup, but I want to have a play with my new makeup palette. But at the same time, I don't want to spend a long time on my face. It's already red here. I'll try and not put a filter on, but it's hard. I'm going to put my new lipstick on that I had on yesterday. Like, I normally wouldn't even put a lipstick on, but I don't know, it might make me feel a little bit better, but I did have a couple of things I was meant to do today, and because, well, there's two reasons. One, I woke up about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, 1:30, and I'm tired. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did go to sleep last night at 8 o'clock. I don't think I've talked about it, so, oh God. It's the worst angle, and my arm's hurting. So I started to feel super nauseous and very tired all of a sudden yesterday afternoon, and I fought it for about an hour and a half, and I came upstairs and I thought I'd just go upstairs, and I had some Pepto-Bismol first, which I'm going to have some again in a minute when I go down, which will be longer than a minute. And came upstairs and I went on my phone. Do you know, I stupidly went on my phone. I was on my phone for about going up for an hour, and it was early evening. Well, it depends what you call early evening though, doesn't it? It was early evening to me. And I kept like, do you know when you close your eyes and you're like, I kept doing that, and I thought I'm going to have to lie down, and I looked at the time and it was 8 o'clock by this point, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then they were like, oh, I can't keep my eyes open, and I really couldn't. So I fell asleep, and I was woken 45-50 minutes later by my dog running around in the room below me, the living room, with a squeaky toy squeaking it like crazy, which meant my dad was home. And she did it for about 10 minutes, and I was just like, I thought, I'll get up now, I need to go to the toilet. And then I fell back to sleep. And I fell back to sleep to about 20 past 9, 20 past 9, so I didn't fall asleep for a long time, but it was probably because I needed the toilet. And I lay here for ages thinking, what do I do? Because when I woke up I felt more exhausted than I did before I fell asleep. And then I thought, if I go to sleep now, I could potentially wake up at 3 in the morning and not get back to bed again. Which, you know, thinking about it now wouldn't have been a bad thing, because I could have got up and got things done and maybe gone to bed at a normal time tonight, because that is the ultimate goal here. Like, I would love to do that. So about 10 to 10 I thought, you know what, I've had barely anything to eat today. I had a yogurt. I've had about 1 or 2 drinks. I need to get up, I need to have a couple of drinks, I need to sort myself out. I don't feel very well. You know, if I'm exhausted, I'm potentially coming down with something. Just get up. And also, because I've got a self-inflicted 10 o'clock rule, like I can't have a coffee after 10, I thought, I've got 10 minutes to go and make this coffee. So I went downstairs and made a coffee, made something to eat. I don't know what I had. What did I have? I had some soup. My alarm, I've got an alarm notification again. It's doing my head in. It's normally someone walking past the house normally. One of these times I won't look and it'll be someone I don't want at the door, and I'll be freaking out. Yeah, so I really need to get on. I can't sit here talking. I've talked too much. The video's going to be super long again. It is Thursday. I have vlogs going up tonight, 2 of them, 2 hours apart, because one's like an hour and a half-ish, or hour and 15, hour and a half, and then, oh, is it an hour and 45? Anyway, there's a there's a small gap between them. So yeah, I stayed downstairs till like 4 in the morning, 3:30, 4, and I came up and I couldn't get to sleep. Could not get to sleep. Felt wide awake, and I'm like, why am I wide awake? This is not, you know, why? Like, I can't understand why I'm wide awake. And the last time I looked at the clock was about 20 to 8, and I know I didn't fall straight to sleep. And then I woke up several times to go to the toilet, so I didn't really have a proper sleep again. This is what happens when you don't do anything to your hair and you let it dry naturally. I actually don't mind it, it's just the fact it's so short. If it was like 6 inches longer, I would leave it like that. I'm definitely straightening my fringe. I might just keep the rest as it is, because it doesn't look bad. But I'm going to do something to this, straighten my fringe, which will probably go straight to the side anyway, because it's about hair cutting time. well, the fringe needs cutting, so and then I'll show you me, and then hopefully nothing will happen that will stress me out more, and hopefully I can get on with things, because things need to get done, and I do need to paint my nails, and they do need trimming over the weekend because they're too long for me. This is kind of my limit, but I'm just going to paint them because I don't want to sort them out till Sunday. But I'm going to go, otherwise I'll probably chat for ages because I'm just not in a good place. I'm not in the darkest place, but I think the more I talk about the dark place, the more it's, oh God, I've not been here, I've just leant on my face. The more I talk about the dark place, the more I'm probably going to make myself darker. It's probably 2 hours since I last filmed. You can't see how good my makeup actually looks. And I'm just leaving my bedroom because when I stopped filming, I had a couple of things to deal with, and I ended up having a very long conversation on the phone for the best part of an hour as well. So I've not been able to really do everything that I planned. Is the dog in here? No, she's not. I know that I'm hungry. I've been struggling eating since Friday with the whole doctor thing and how upset I was. Also, when I'm eating, after a few mouthfuls, I feel so full I think I'm going to be sick. You know, I was meant to be down here over an hour ago, like an hour and a half ago, because I didn't plan on that phone call and the other things that I've had to sort out. And I'd planned to come down and have something to eat so I could have an evening meal on time. But, and it's cold because there's no heating on, but I did plan on being downstairs downstairs ages ago, so, yeah, I'm not feeling, oh God, I've got highlight on the tip of my nose. At least you can see me. I can't remember what I was going to say, but basically I've got on one of those foundations I showed you by The Ordinary. I didn't look at which one I was putting on, I just picked up whatever I grabbed first, and it was the full coverage one and not the serum one. And I've got new highlighter palette, just one of the highlights. It's a pinkish colour, and I've got the eye look I did when I tried it for the first time on Tuesday, I want to say. I don't know, it might have been Monday. Could have been Tuesday. I don't even think I left the house, I don't know. And I've got my new blush that I showed you, got my new lipstick on which I showed you, same old mascara and eye and brow products, but yeah. I don't know what else to say. Just got an alert about my camera and I'm literally looking outside and there's no one there, but could be someone next door outside. It is good. It has volume. I can speak to who's outside, which would be so tempting. Do you know, if like it was the people that I don't want to knock, which who I'm actually allowed to speak to now because it's been over a month since I've talked about Paul Murphy. Hi Paul Murphy, I know you're watching me because you can't get enough of me. Yeah, if he knocked on the door, I'd be there like, have you not got Bruno with you today? Oh no, he's chewed through his restraints and run off. Yeah, so I'm still not going to talk about them much because I can't be bothered with them. They've caused all how I feel. I just don't know what I'm going to do because like the conversation on the phone like threw me, and I'm behind and I'm hungry and I don't feel well and I'm cold but I don't want to put the heating on because I want to get busy. It's pitch black outside. I've straightened my fringe but it's too long. I've not straightened anything else because just left it and it looks thicker as well. Plus I know I'm going to put heat on it tomorrow, so I was like, it's telling me there's someone outside. I know what set that off then because I just saw it. And also, you can't, oh, you can see a little bit more. Like, it's placed in a place that, if it were somewhere else, it would go off a lot more. I'm actually looking at it. It was good. It's really good for the money and stuff. I'm not going to say which one it is on the internet because you might look in how to disable it. If you like coming to like attack me or burgle me or just upset me. But there is other cameras up as well, which you can see if you look at my house. Good enough. There's ones where I know certain things are going on. I'm not saying where they are. They're very private ones, but obviously, you know, this one's like brilliant and we're going to get more of these ones. Oh God. I think I'm going to write a list, so I'm not going to get anything done. Also, this tooth up here, not like the front ones, but one at the side, dropped out in the night. I can't find it. That's because I did have some trauma to my face not that long ago, and it didn't even feel wobbly. It just hurt and a bit had like broken off it, but there's a big hole there, so it must have been a massive tooth, and I've got a feeling I've swallowed it in my sleep, which doesn't thrill me because it's going to come out, isn't it? I do have a headache and it is cold, but no heating is going to come on. Where's the dog? Oh, she's there. And I'm about to run out of coffee capsules. Is that right? No, we need to light a tea light. I really want to change the wax melt, but it's not been in long enough. It's either been in 12 or 15 hours, but I desperately want to change it. That's really bad, isn't it? I don't know why I'm talkative, because all I've had today is one coffee. One coffee. And a tea cake, toasted tea cake. Like, I shouldn't even be talkative. Hey Cleo. But I am. I wonder when it went out. Couldn't have been that long ago because it's still wet. I don't know if I should do a full burn of this, what's in here, or just get it out straight away and put something else in. Because I do like what I've got in, but it won't be released again until Christmas because it's a festive scent. They'll probably release it in November. But I like it. There you go, you can see my makeup and my skin. And I shouldn't put all that highlighter on. As you can see, it needs a good clean. Because the last few things I've had in have been coloured melts. This one isn't coloured. But I really want to change it. I think it's because I've got so many, but I don't like wasting them, do you know what I mean? I don't want to... There's people who just burn them once so they can go on to another one. That is in my electric one and you can barely smell it, and it's not because I've used just one, because a lot of the time I'll just put one piece in. It's not the amount, it's the fragrance per bit. But I got all these yesterday. Honest, I'm not even desperately after you know, using one of these. I don't know why. And it's like I've got a box of wax melts here, but I've not opened them, and I always do it on Instagram stories. So I might go and story this, even though I'm not happy I've not got nail polish on, just so I can... There's not even one in here that I want to use. if I had a choice, I don't know what I would use. Like, this is what I've got in. There's still enough for 2 goals because it's broken into 4. But it's not as good as it was when I opened it at Christmas. So I wonder if they do lose the scent. Who knows? But I need a bigger box, and I need to do a video with my collection because I have a collection apparently. But I've never even tried this, and I smelt it the other night. I thought, oh, should I do this? And I smelt it. I'm like, no, I don't really want a vapor one on at the moment. This one I really liked. I broke it up when it was a bit warm, so it's really nice. But I had it not too long ago, and like, I've never tried these, but based on that, you know, I don't think I'm going to be overly impressed. That does smell good though. But it's a food one, and I don't know if I want a food one. And that's a food one. That isn't. The other one from this collection is in my bedroom. And then I had this on the other day, but it wasn't this one, it was the one in a pot. She does my hair in because she thinks there's someone outside now. Then I've got the Lavana Botanicals, and I had the pine one on the other day, and I don't fancy the dark pomegranate. God, I think I've gone off for everything at the moment. Then I have testers for a new brand. I've broken them by accident. There's different scents in there, but I don't want any of them. Here's another tester from that brand, and it's one that I've never tried, but I want to. It's a perfume one, and I don't want a perfume one. This is from that brand as well, and it's pomegranate noir, and I don't want that. Then I've got perfume ones there. That's perfume. See, there's a lot of things I don't want. Like this is actually nice, but I don't want that. Oh God, Snowy Splendor's nice, but I don't want to waste it because there's only one. Then I've got. As you see, these are all my Christmassy ones, and I don't want to use them. Then I've got, this is a favourite, but again, Snowberry Mistletoe I used last week. And it's a sweet one, and I don't really want a sweet one. God, this is not going to be easy to choose one. Then I have this, which was super strong last time. And I feel sick, so I don't want it. My vlog's just gone up. Stressed out from being super harassed. So, I don't know what I want. I think it's just sometimes you just don't want certain scents, and apparently I don't want any scents. But he's loving my content at the moment, it's just me prattling on. Then I've got black raspberry and vanilla, black amber and lavender, loving spell, which is love spell, rose and oud, which is one I'd never choose, strawberries and champagne, and clean sheets, which is jasmine, lily, and hints of violet and orange. I don't know. I like the strawberry and champagne one because I've smelled it. This is nice, but I was bitterly disappointed with how long it burnt for. Oh God, it smells good. It might end up being that. And then I've got some testers. I've got Alien and Pomegranate Noir from where I've just showed the where I said I've got testers from. There's more. Well, they're not testers, they're full-size products. So. Either going to be Velvet Berries or Clean Sheets, Strawberries and Champagne, or I've got my Moors and Merrin, which I might end up putting a Moors and Merrin in. That was where I got a box this size, and it's full of loads of individual ones. But I think I'm just going to go and unbox this on Instagram. So I have unboxed this now on Instagram. So I've got Creed Classic, or Classic, depending on how you want to say it, Alien. I've not tried Alien, but I've got Alien downstairs. I tried Creed a couple of weeks ago because I got a freebie from Queen of Tarts. And I liked it sometimes when I walked in the room. Sometimes when I walked in the room it was on, I was like, oh, I don't know. But it is an aftershave at the end of the day. That's the class, that's an aftershave. That's John Paul Gaultier, do you know, where it's the man, where it's the man's body, torso in blue. Then there's Dupe, which again is a male one. And Black Orchid, which is Tom Ford, which this is the only one I've really wanted to try that I haven't tried. As I said, I've got that. I've not tried that, but I wouldn't, if I saw these individually, the only one I would pick up would be Black Orchid. As for what I'm going to put in my wax melt downstairs, this is my Moors and Merrin box. I'm going to pick one. The only ones that I'm going to put back, if I pick it up by accident, is there's one something tobacco and something. There's an orange one that I want to save because it smells amazing. And there's a lavender one which I don't want. So anything else that I pick up, oh, and I don't want to have the pomegranate one. I think it's pomegranate. Other than that, anything goes. What's that one? Oh, I don't want peony. That's one of the ones downstairs I said I weren't going to use. Lavender Spa, peony. I'm going to pick up all the ones that I don't want. Sweet pea. Oh, that's floral. Oh. Yeah, everyone that I pick up I don't really want. I can't even see what that one says. Botanical Garden, that one was. Something in rhubarb. Strawberry and rhubarb. Oh, it'll make me think of food. That's the one I don't want, zesty orange, because I'm saving that. Cranberry, that's the one I didn't want. The tobacco one, so it's down to 2 now. So what are these 2? We've got jasmine and something, which I wouldn't want because it's going to be heavily floral, or gingerbread. Let's go for gingerbread even though I'm avoiding food scents. So that's what I'm about to replace in my wax burner.